A few times in my cubicle this semester. I've had a girl walk in and she sits down and she just kind of crosses her legs and put her hands on her lap and she takes a deep breath and she looks at me and she says, "Sam, what degree should I get if I just want to be a mom?" And the first time this happened, I thought she was joking, so I did the laugh, chuckle, cough that us single guys do when we think a girl's trying to be funny, but she's actually being dead serious. And it was something kind of like, I used to work in a coal mine. And so, right after that, I heard this little voice in my head. It said, Sam, tell her to be a chemistry major. And that's how I know the devil's real, right there. About the sixth time this happened, I thought to myself, you know what, why don't we have a mom degree? We have family foundations, let's amp that up. And I started writing this proposal to the university for a mom degree, and I put in some culinary classes, I put in some child development classes, because I don't know what kind of mom you're going to be if you don't have kids. And after that, I came up with a new class. I call it Brady 101. It's devoted entirely to watching Brady Bunch episodes and taking notes. And that's it. Because I think Miss Brady is a pretty good mom to be an example. She wakes up at 4:30 in the morning, every morning, and she showers and does her hair and makeup perfectly. She puts on this happy flowery dress, and then she lays out the tuxedo that her husband's going to wear to work. And then she cooks her kids a 5-course meal for breakfast. And then she gathers all the birds in the neighborhood together so they can sing backup when she's waking up her kids. I hope I haven't disappointed any of you ladies by telling you that we don't have a mom degree here at BYU-Idaho. But if you think, I'll just transfer to Provo, think again, because they don't have a mom degree either. And I know this, not because I read the course catalog, but because I had experience there. I went there the summer right after my mission, and I took college algebra. And my group and I were studying for our test, and one of our classmates comes in, he's like, "Guys, you'll never believe what happened in the testing center." I'm like, "Oh, dude, you're that guy. You're that guy that can't wait to tell everybody he aced the test, and he's so smart. Good job, okay." But he's like, "No, something else better happened." And he tells us a story about he's in the testing center with 15 other people, and all of a sudden this little 18-year-old girl in the back just starts crying. She's crying and she's wailing and disturbing everybody. And the testing center proctors, they had no clue what to do. Because the testing center, testing center proctors, they only have 2 modes, okay? And you'll see this week when you're taking finals. They have, the first mode is zombie mode, okay? That's where it's just like this. Yeah. And then, if they catch you cheating, you just eat your test, answer sheet wrong. And then they have this other mode that I like to call ring wraith mode. And it's where they hear the one ring that disturbed them all. And when that cell phone goes off, they start looking for it, and they're looking for it. And sometimes they screech a little. And then, when they find the cell phone that's ringing, they stab it. These doctors are just looking at each other like, okay, do we eat our test or do we stab our phone? What do we do? And so they decided to play nice, and they handed her some tissues and she stopped crying. And then, with this determined look in her eye, she just gets up and she just yells really loud, "I just came here to get married!" And then she walked out. Before that, she ripped her test in half. She ripped her answer sheet in half, and she crushed her pencil to the pulp and just threw it on the ground. And I'm pretty sure that some jerk in her advising office told her to be a chemistry major. Merry Christmas, you guys. Thanks so much.
Let's give it up for Sam one more time. That was his first try. What did you say so, Justin?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah? Hey, I hear the next act, I hear the next comedian is pretty good.
Who is it?
That's me.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you want to help me out? I mean, like, sometimes I get stage fright.
No, you don't.
I do.
Okay. What do you need help with then?
Could you tell the jokes for me?
No one can tell them better than you.
Oh, stop it, you.
Okay.
Just wait, come on.
You told me to stop.
Don't leave me.
Oh.
Don't leave me. Huh. Well, I hope I have some stuff for you guys. Do you guys pay attention to the news much? Yeah? Well, this may come as a surprise to you guys. Amazon.com is they're unraveling or unveiling a new way to do deliveries. Now, what it is, you get your order online and you put it in the checkout box, and it's delivered to your house by an unmanned drone. That's pretty phenomenal if you ask me. And the guarantee is, get to you in 30 minutes or less, like the pizza companies. I'm wondering if they're going to hold the same promise as the pizza companies, buy your products, if it's not there in 30 minutes, it's on Amazon.com. That would be phenomenal. I would order everything expensive off Amazon.com. When the drones bring it to my place, Amazon, that was 30 minutes and 30 seconds, I get it for free. I would be the #1 complainer. My goal would be to get blacklisted as quick as possible. So anyway, but this system that they have, they call it Amazon Air. I call it skeet shooting with prizes. We're getting so technologically advanced this day and age. When my kids ask me, Dad, where do babies come from? I'm just going to tell them straight up. Amazon Air, drone dropped you off at our front door. Wouldn't that be phenomenal? Of course, it would mess up my kid. I was building a factory. But think about it, like, Amazon.com could revolutionize humanity by delivering babies. The whole process of pregnancy, the kid's right there, and the mom, and the mom's sick, and she gains weight, and, it's just a nasty process. Imagine, sitting down one day, honey, do you think it's about time we order a kid? I think we could. Log on to Amazon.com. They got a special on babies today. Free shipping on babies, that's pretty good. Well, this one's for $500. That's a little pricey. That's kind of our price range. They got a slightly used one for $150. Could you imagine the reviews on foster kids? Like this one, drinks all the milk and pees in the sink. We don't want them. But then, the shipping process, it'd be phenomenal. This baby costs $300 to ship overnight. I think we could get standard ground shipping, 6 to 8 weeks. We're not in a rush. When it gets here. So, I like to, that'd be kind of phenomenal. But, Thanksgiving. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving? Yeah? That's good to hear. Thanksgiving is the time of year that we give thanks for the things that we have. Black Friday, on the other hand, is when we kill people for that TV that we don't have. I don't know this lady, by the way. She's just taking random pictures of me. You get my good side?
Always.
Always? New Facebook profile picture. Anyway, for Thanksgiving, I hope you guys, remember to set your scales back 15 pounds. That's always bad news in the morning. Oh my gosh, is that how much I ate? Now, something that we had at Thanksgiving at my place was canned cranberry sauce. That thing is not appetizing at all. It's got the consistency of animal fat. Makes the most appetizing sound in the world when you get it out of the can. It's on the plate. And then it just retains the shape of the can. Like, I wonder what we're eating. Mystery juice. Now, if you want to get smart, though, you can put pine cones and leaves around it. It makes a nice centerpiece. Beautiful thing about it, bugs won't even touch it, so it'll keep all year round. So now we're in the holiday season, we're coming up on Christmas, and I heard a commercial on the radio the other day that said, do you not know what to get your friends and coworkers for Christmas? Why not neighbor gifts? These are phenomenal cookie mixes that you can give to your friends and coworkers. Cookie mixes is one of the most laziest excuse of a present I can imagine. Hey, Merry Christmas, make me some cookies. If anybody gives me cookie mix for Christmas is not coming to my birthday party next year, I can just imagine how it goes down. Hey, Dan, happy birthday. Hey, thanks for what you get Cake mix. Get out! Now with Christmas, as a kid, Christmas never really left much to my imagination. There was no mystery to Christmas. Because some of Santa's elves got really lazy when it came to wrapping my gifts. Christmas morning comes, I'm so excited I run downstairs to see my presents. There's a bike with a ribbon on it. I wonder what it could be. I sure hope it's that Xbox I've been asking for. Now, my mom had a way of ruining Christmas for me as well. I'd always get in my stocking those, Santa, chocolate bar shaped like Santa, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And as I tore open the package, eagerly anticipating to eat one of these things, my mom would go, "Ouch! Don't eat me!" Guess I'm not having candy today, Mom. Animal lover that I am. Now, I love animals so much that it just, brings a tear to my eye. As we move on in the holiday season, we go from we have Thanksgiving and Christmas and then New Year's. New Year's was invented by the weight loss companies, Bowflex, NordicTrack. I'm sure they got together with the Aztecs or the Mayans, whoever created our calendar, and said, "Brilliant idea, let's start the new year after Christmas." They eat so much in Thanksgiving, they eat so much in December. What are they going to do with that excess weight? Now, if you want to be smart, you gotta invest your money into these companies, Bowflex, NordicTrack, because after the first of the year, treadmill sales go through the roof. But then you sell right after the first week, because that's when everybody fails to keep the resolution, Oh, I got this treadmill, I want to use it. But on the other hand, there's still some Christmas food in the fridge. I don't really want that to go to waste. There's starving kids in Africa. I don't want to think of the kids. I'll just lose weight next year. That's what New Year's resolutions are for. I'd like to shift gears and get away from the holiday season and talk a little bit about a major issue here at BYU-Idaho, and that is girls. Now, hear me out. I'm an observation comic, so I make observations. And these are true. The majority of girls at BYU-Idaho are okay. You guys do your own thing, that's fine, whatever. Some of the girls here think that they should be palling around with the Kardashians every weekend, They're high maintenance. For those of you who don't know what a high maintenance girl is, she's the kind of person that puts premium gasoline in her, in her car, even though it takes regular unleaded, she just likes to throw money away. And I had the misfortune of being placed in a group with one of these high maintenance girls. And we were in a group project for one of my classes, and we went home that day, and I texted her, and I said, "Hey, how's it going?" I get a text back 5 seconds later, "Excuse you, I have a boyfriend." "Congratulations, what do you need me to do on the assignment?" I sure hope that she texts me back, though, because the assignment's due Monday, I still don't know what I need to do. But high maintenance girls, something to think about is cost analysis. Now, before I met my wife, before I got married, I had the opportunity to date a few of these high maintenance girls, and I was thinking, if I date her, I gotta take her to a steakhouse, and get her lobster tail, and buy her jewelry, and these expenses add up when you're broke and selling your body for plasma. And so I was thinking, these expenses add up, but I could get other things with this money. I had the opportunity to date 2 high maintenance girls. I have 2 shiny BMWs in my garage at home. Best decision ever. But like I said, observations here. If I could take 3 words to describe a woman, it would be notorious. It would be tenacious. It would be mysterious. And I say that because girls, you guys are just so nice to each other in each other's presence. It's when people leave the group that the truth comes out. And you see this every day. You're like, "Oh, hey, Jenna, come on over, see how my goodness, Jenny looks so pretty today in that sweater. Oh, Jenny looks so beautiful. Oh, you gotta go to class? Okay, Jenna, we'll see you later, Jenna. Bye, I love you, Jenna." And then Jenna leaves. Then the claws come out. Did you see her in those yoga pants? Looked like she was smuggling cottage cheese. Guys, on the other hand, we say the nastiest things about each other to each other's face. We just don't mean it. I could be at my best friend's house all day playing video games. "All right, guys, I gotta go see it. All right, get out of here, jerk face, later, loser." And then I leave. "That Dan is the nicest guy you've ever met. He'll get the shirt right off his back." And that brings me to my next point, loyalty. Guys are loyal to each other to a fault. Let me give you an example. If I am hanging for my life, off a volcano, and below me is a liquid hot pool of magma with magma sharks, because they exist, and they're ready to eat me. And my buddy Andrew comes along and I'm going, Andrew, help me up. And he says, oh goodness, and he helps me up. You okay? Yeah, I'm great. He saved my life. I owe him a debt for eternity until he considers that debt paid. Whatever he needs, I got it. Andrew, you need me to go pick up your kids from soccer practice? Done. You need me to go get some stuff at the grocery store? You got it. Oh, Lewis defaulted on a payment, you need me to beat him up for you and get your money back? I'll get your money, Lewis. You know, that's just how we are. Now, girls on the other hand, if my wife was hanging from the volcano, and oh goodness, hey, let me help you up, bud, I would be her hero for maybe a day if I was lucky. I can just imagine the scenario. Oh, thanks for saving me, honey. Oh, just put your feet up. You've had a hard day. Can I get your slippers? Yeah, that'd be great. A few minutes later, hey, hon, can I get a glass of water? What am I, your servant? Baby, I just saved your life. Oh, how long are you going to ride that train for? But heaven forbid that my wife saves my life. Then I would never hear the end of it, just in the morning, I'm dead asleep at night. Honey, could you get me some ice cream? Baby, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to sleep. Oh, I bet you're glad I wasn't asleep when I saved your life that day. No, honey, that was 6 years ago, and that ice cream ain't gonna get itself. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. My name's Dan Bridges. Thank you so much. How'd I do?
Good. That's good.
You hated it.
Oh, I didn't hate it. That's still a strong word. So. I didn't hate it. Yeah,
Well, could you do better?
yeah, probably.
How about you just introduce your next comedian?
Okay, Justin Reed is next, so put your hands together and go like, woo! Stuff like that.
Everybody? This thing is always off. Okay, there we go. So, my name's Justin. I am an Amazon Air baby. Not really, I'm a recovering anorexic. Not really. But I was thinking about some villains these days and how some of them only win 95% of the time, and then there's Voldemort, who goes the entire movie and is able to kill people and whatever. He's really cool, but I don't think that meme, that nasty attitude started when he killed Harry or whatever. He didn't. Anyway. It really started out in his childhood when his parents played this sick, twisted game of Daddy's Got Your Nose. And then they never came back. And then he was actually friends with Lily and James Potter. That's part of what happened, is just she never put it in the book. And they were all going to get together and do this task that they had to do, but nobody knew how to do it, or wanted to do it. Sorry, I can't speak at all. So they didn't want to do it, and all they could think of was, okay, no smoke. And that's how Lily and James died. There was no spoiler to that, I'm sorry. About the same, on the same line of games, I was wondering, what game show host's Christmas would be like. I was thinking, you've got the Drew Carey from Whose Line Is It Anyway, and he's up there with his kids, and he's like, well, welcome to the family Christmas, where everything is about the Savior, but everybody wants presents anyway. Or there's the Howie Mandel, and he's got Deal or No Deal, and it's 26 cases set up, and the kid gets to choose one. It could be anything from $1 to an Xbox One. The kid picks one, and the banker calls, and it's just the parent saying no deal. And then there's Bob Barker from The Price is Right. And it's just a nice, tranquil Christmas morning, and then intro music starts playing. He's like, all right, kids, come on down. And they all come down, and they're wearing their nice little shirts, and one says, I love Bob Barker on the front, and the other says, I hate Drew Carey. And they all line up, and they get ready to bid on their presents. So one kid, he's a reasonable price, and the other kid's shoots it way over the top. And then the other kid puts in $1 as his bid.
and that's always the kid that wins it. It is true, thank you. So anyway, like on the same note of Christmas, I was thinking of like this song that is an old song, and I thought I'd spruce it up a little bit for finals week, and it's the 12 Days of Christmas. It goes a little something like this. I'm not going to sing it because that's not what you're here for. So, on the second week of Christmas, my teachers gave to me 12 hours at the testing center, 11 cadaver labs, 10-page essays, 9 thoughts of suicide. That actually happened. Not me, I'm just saying. 8 physics freakouts, 9 lethal, 8, I can't even spell. I can't count either. That's why I'm in college. 7 lethal lectures, 6 stupid math tests, 5 all-nighters, 4 hours of crying. That one's actually true. 3 mental breakdowns, 2 thoughts of dropout, and a whole month of anxiety. And like during these last couple semesters that I've been here, I've made this tradition during finals of going out and getting this really big eraser and naming it confidence. Because every time I make a mistake, it seems to get smaller. That one's a true story. But anyway, I play a lot of video games, and sometimes those habits tend to mingle over into my real life. Like the other day, I got mushrooms on my hamburger, and I just had this incredible urge to put on overalls and step on turtles. And a while back, I was playing laser tag with a bunch of buddies of mine, and I got kicked out because I was running around knifing people. I was just trying to save animals. I don't know what they wanted, it was weird. So, like, that's kind of a true story. Not really. So anyway, there's always that one kid in math class who's incredibly good at what he does and makes everybody else feel like their IQ is -2. And so he's sitting there and he gets this question. And of course the gears start to go in his head and he's got to ask the question. So he raises his hand and the teacher calls on him. He's like, given that x squared is equal to 45x minus 496 over x cubed plus 36x minus 42, what is the leading coefficient and how do we find the vertical asymptotes from that? And I'm just sitting in the back like, calm down, Satan. Just figured out what 2 plus 2 was. That's why I'm here in college, jeez. And at those times, I start to develop a nervous twitch and my eye just starts to freak out because I can't do the math and he's over there doing like math in his sleep. And those are the kind of people that I really want to like go around knifing and laser tag. But then I think about it, and the only thing that motivates me not to do that is the fact that there isn't Netflix in prison yet. And so, just on a last note that I want to leave you guys with, I've been pondering this a lot lately. Like, if Adam and Eve were kicked out of the Garden of Eden for eating the forbidden fruit, what would the consequences be if they had a Klondike bar? Anyway, that's me. Merry Christmas, guys. Have fun.
Hey. That's it. I guess it's just me right now. Which I guess is better. We're about halfway through this, so yay!
What, you done?
Oh, whatever. Like,
Who's the next comedian?
who's next? Oh yeah, that's Brandon.
Oh, you know, there's a couple things about Brandon that, you know, we want the audience to know. You know, they say you can parallel park a train.
That's fun.
You know, some people can talk a game. I've heard this guy can talk an entire season.
I'm not sure what that means, but
Wait, no. Did you know he can win a game of Connect 4 in 3 moves?
you put like 2 in at once or something.
Don't do that.
Anyways, I thought he kind of reminded me of this kid I used to just throw in a trash can. I feel really bad about that, but I hope none of you do that to him. So we'll give it up for Brandon. Yay!
Hey. So I have a paralyzed vocal cord. I like to have fun with it. I dress up like an old woman and I go to a restaurant and when the waiter asks me what I'll have to drink, I'll go, I'll have a Shirley Temple Sugar Lips. Now keep moving. Now get moving. I'm not getting any younger. People like to come up to me constantly and say, do you have a cold? And they've got a big grin on their face like they're waiting for a punchline. So I say, do you have any manners? Of course, I'm kidding. I wouldn't trade my one vocal cord for anything, unless I was trading it for two vocal cords. You know that Facebook page that only makes references to 90s pop culture, and they completely leave everyone out? So I like to, I got a briefcase and I filled it with a bunch of blank white papers, and I stood on top of a mountain while playing the Goosebumps theme, and I just opened my briefcase, and then I just yelled, only 90s kids get this. I like how that's a thing though. I like to make Chaplin references and make a snarky remark that only 20s kids get that. I like kids nowadays that like to do the throwback Thursday. I do that too, I just repeat it every Thursday, I just do it once a month. So in and out. I like how everyone thinks they're unique because they order out the secret menu. The secret menu that everybody knows about that's not a secret whatsoever. Have you ever heard anyone order out the secret In-N-Out menu? Yeah, I'll have an animal style hamburger, animal style fries, animal style shake. It's disgusting. I don't eat it In-N-Out. I'm actually a vegetarian. Only on Thursdays because that's when I go to Taco Bell. I recently started my own political party. I just take bits and pieces from all the other major political parties. I call my political party Trail Mix. Speaking of 90s references, trying to find 2 bags of Halloween candy on Halloween is like trying to find a turtle man on Christmas Eve. I think it's funny that one of our traditions is to take pictures by the casket at funerals. Oh, he was so young. Buzz. Pretty soon all the pallbearers are gonna pick up the corpse like the groomsmen do at a wedding. Smile! As they pick up the bride, yeah. That's all, thanks.
Whenever I see Brandon, I always say, may the vocal cord be with you. And then he slaps me. You know, Justin, I was thinking, what Brandon said rang true, the secret menu. You know, Jamba Juice has a secret menu. Did you know that?
No.
Oh. Anyway, they have this shake. It's called the Reese's Pieces shake. You can't order that here at Expert because apparently they don't know how to make it. They ran out of ingredients and they stopped making it 6 months ago.
I'm sorry.
Run out of ingredients at a frozen yogurt place. Well, we got chocolate ice cream and we have peanut butter. Now, we can't make a shake flavored chocolate and peanut butter style.
I just think that instead of those little like vitamin boosters or whatever, they should put like immunizations in their shakes.
Wouldn't that make a lot of people mad? You know, some people are against immunizations these days.
I was gonna say whenever I see Brendan I say, hey, Brendan. Just kidding. That's sorry. Who's next?
This next guy is so funny. If you ask him if he's bald, he'll say, define bald. Give it up for Isaiah Happy Feet Merriam.
It's still there, I'm getting there, but I revel in my baldness because I don't have to do anything with my hair besides cut it once a month. True story. So, we're getting on finals, if you've paid any attention at all, or half of an attention, like I have. And